Hello. How are you? Let's get to it. All right. So this is episode number 51. What are the benefits of diversity in healthcare staffing? All right. So what are the benefits of diversity in healthcare staffing? All right, y'all. So I am the real Elisa Applewhite. Welcome to the live. It's been a crazy week. Life's been lifing. As Kalia Bell says, my morning meetup family. But we're here and we're going to answer your questions live. So let's get to the banners. All right. So people ask me, why do I go live Monday through Friday? Go live because people ask me questions, right? They DM me, they email me, they text me, I get calls. And questions, and I wish I could answer it all, right? About my businesses that we have. And I wish I had the time to give everybody 15 minutes. So I said, you know what? I'm going to answer their questions live Monday through Friday for 15 minutes. Y'all know if it's a holiday or anything going on that I have going on, I'll let you know. But you can always see copies, right? I mean, you can always see the replays of the different type of shows and of questions that's being asked. And then on the weekends, we have replays. So same time, y'all, 12 o'clock here, right? Every day. So definitely. Instagram is different because I have to go live on Instagram on my phone. So I got to figure out a way for this to schedule a live on Instagram. Definitely. I'm gonna figure this out. I always figure stuff out, right? Because God is amazing. All right. So why do they call me CEO 3 times? So they call me CEO 3 times because we have 3 companies, right? So the first company we have is called Top of the Line Healthcare Staffing. This is our company that staff medical professionals in hospitals, nursing homes, and doctors' offices. Then we have TOTLHS Heart to Go Inc. This is our nonprofit, right? This houses our Heart to Go Gala, where we celebrate our medical professionals once a year. And we just celebrate them, to appreciate them, to let them know that we are here to listen to their stories. And that thank them for everything they've done. This also houses rental assistance, mortgage assistance, childcare assistance, right? So this houses everything that we can do for a medical professional to make them holistic. And then we got company number 3, the real Elisa Applewhite Consulting. And this is what questions and answers have been brought to you today by the real Elisa Applewhite Consulting. And we also help other healthcare staffing owners to target premium clients. We help everyday regular staffing, medical professionals to be the best medical professional they could be. We also consult with hospitals and teach them how to retain their staff. All right, so number 51, y'all, 51 lives. That means I've been going live for 51 days. 51 days of my life, I've been going live. All right, so we got 10 minutes left on the clock. I put the 15-minute clock on. Let's see. I'm breathing. I am breathing. Episode number 51. What are the benefits of diversity in healthcare staffing, right? So one of the benefits I usually give you 3 benefits or 3 answers to the question. So one of the benefits to diversity in healthcare staffing is improved patient care and outcomes, right? So when you think of diversity, you think of having different nationalities and ethnicities working together, right? So not just a group of Black people or a group of white people or, a group of Indian people, like literally mixing up this healthcare staffing world so that you can have people from all walks of life. And the great thing about patients trust people more that look like them because they feel like, okay, so you're going to advocate truly for me. And when I tell you that I have something going on, then, you'll respect it more and you'll take it to the doctor. So diversity is very, very important in healthcare, period. But in healthcare staffing, that makes your agency more wanted, right? So you have more diversity because you have people on different levels coming from all aspects of life that can educate differently, that can, you know, get to know the patient on a different level than we would, that knows like certain practices that we normally would do that wouldn't be right in that particular culture, right? So I know one of the things where in the Asian culture, can't remember the specific Asian culture, but in Asian culture, it is disrespectful for women to look men in the eyes, directly in the eyes. So, like, you have to be respectable of it. And then in some cultures, is very not some cultures. What is this? Jehovah Witness, the blood. So Jehovah Witnesses won't receive blood products, right? So it's just, it's, if you are a Jehovah Witness and then you're a medical professional working in the healthcare staffing industry, then you can explain the options better, and you'll understand better why they can't receive blood products, because um, it's not just a judgment, right? So you're looking, you're like, hold on, wait a minute. Like, you need blood. Like, you're about to just go away from here. And you're saying no because of religion, right? And it's deeper than that for Jehovah Witnesses. So it's like diversity is everything in healthcare. It can make a shift, or it can break a shift. It can keep a building going, or it can tear a building apart. They'll complain about stuff or say stuff, and you'll know, like, even though, like, I'm fine. You have some a lot of Asian culture people like, I'm fine, and they be in pain and hurting. And it's just like, okay, like, I need for you to tell me what that fine mean, right? To my other Asian sister or my other Asian brother, that's the healthcare medical professional. Like, yeah, they say they're fine, but let's do some more testing. Let's see if we touch here what reaction we get, right? Um, so definitely, definitely, definitely. Let's go here. It keeps moving. It improves patient care and outcomes when you have diversity in healthcare staffing. All right. So number two, enhance cultural competency. So what are the benefits of diversity in healthcare staffing? It enhances cultural competency, and this is so true again, right? Because it helps to help somebody that is of a culture to meet somebody and look at somebody that's the same culture as them, or they assume, that celebrates the same cultures as them, and they can say, all right, so what is it? Rubbing of the stones, right? So I'm thinking of, I don't know why, y'all, I'm so sorry, but so many Asian things are coming up in my head. But I'm thinking about in the Asian culture, on their children, so they rub them with stones, right? And sometimes it could leave marks, but we'll say like it's a sign of abuse, but it's not. It's their tradition, right? Based on healing and stuff, right? So it enhanced cultural competency. And prime example in the Black culture, right? We're there, and it's like if your grandmother's there, all 8,000 of her grandkids are there. And some people don't understand, like, why is it so many people in this room? Because it's our culture, right? It is in our culture to be around our grandparents. Like, we are really close to our grandparents. So if you have a African American grandfather or grandmother present that has a big family, more than likely you're going to get a patient when you walk in that room at any time with multiple people sleep all over the room night or day, right? Because they are there for their grandparents. So it enhances cultural competency. That is what diversity does. It helps the patient to feel like, okay, you understand me, you're not judging me, and you're truly, truly here to take care of me. You have found somebody in here that can potentially do the same practices I do in my culture, and you're trying to get an understanding of who I truly am, and not just, here's this medication, take this. You're seeing that, hey, based on this culture, we don't take these particular medicines, or we don't do these particular things. And only diversity can help that, right? Because the doctor can have one thing in mind and the medical professional like, well, in our culture, we don't approach it like that, right? And the doctor just like, but this is what I want. I get what you're saying, but in our culture, we don't approach it like that. So it is so important to have diversity in healthcare staffing, because you get that advocate on a medical professional level to be the in between them and the physician. And then the physicians, right, they have culture as well, and they can be that in between the medical professional and the nurse, or the and the patient, right? So definitely it is important to have multiple views of different cultures when it comes to healthcare staffing. And I think that's when that you have a true healthcare world, is when you have so much diversity that we can talk about things on different levels, right? That we think will work with the patient best, and also respect our cultures. All right. So language skills. So what are the benefits of diversity in healthcare staffing? Expanded language skills. These are so important, because in some facilities you go into, they have machines that translate languages. And then sometimes they just don't do well, right? You can have machines where you can actually call people on the phone and they'll translate it over the phone, and you're consistently translating with that particular person. But if you have that person, like if you have a Spanish person already in the building, that's a medical professional, and they can already translate that and get it done, get the paperwork done, get the patient what they need, without us having to call an extra translator or looking for a language machine to help to convert and see what the patient is needing, right? And if you have a patient that's going through like excruciating pain, and you need like urgent services right there, it's always great to have somebody a medical professional with an expanded knowledge, a language skill that can help you right away to address that issue, right? Because it can be life-threatening. And if you don't know the language, that can be a barrier, right? That can determine if somebody live or die if it's life-threatening, because you can see that they're in pain, but how can you know what's truly going on? And explain to them what you're going to do if they don't understand what you're saying and you don't understand what they're saying. All right. So let's go over it. We got 1 minute left. What are the benefits of diversity in healthcare staffing? Improve patient care and outcomes. 2, enhance cultural competency. And 3, expanded language skills. All right, y'all. So I make sure I'll say this. Follow me on all social media platforms. Make sure, thank you so much for everybody subscribing to YouTube. I'm still going to 500 subscribers, so make sure you subscribe. Get your children to subscribe. Get anybody to subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right, so that is The Real Alisa Applewhite. You can follow me on all social media platforms. Again, that is The Real Alisa Applewhite. Make sure you go like my Facebook page. Thank you for everybody that's been liking. Facebook, I think, cut me off like 2 days ago because I kept messaging everybody. I was like, message. So definitely, y'all, make sure you are liking my Facebook page. Make sure you're going on all social media platforms, and you are definitely subscribing to the YouTube channel. We targeting YouTube this month, so YouTube for 30 days. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. All right. So, like I always tell people, it's been a crazy week. It's been, y'all, I'm telling you, it's been one of those weeks where you just like, Lord, I don't know how I'm gonna make it. But then you sit and you think about it. I made it through all of this, right? So regardless of what is going on in your life, I want you to know that I am so glad that you chose to spend today with me. I'm so glad that you're here and you're breathing and you're living. I am so glad that God gave you another day to be amongst the living. So I want you to take this day and take advantage, and whatever it is that you desire to do, just do it, right? Whatever it is that you've been putting on hold, do it today, because 12 o'clock's here, but 1 o'clock is not guaranteed. 2 o'clock is not guaranteed. Tomorrow's not guaranteed, but right now, while you're talking and living and breathing, it's guaranteed. So take advantage of that. Remember, I don't even know you, but I absolutely love you, right? I absolutely love you, and I'm so glad you're here. But God loves you way more than I ever can explain and I can ever understand, right? just that amazing. Just that amazing. So definitely until tomorrow, family, I will see you to episode 52. I think, yeah, 52. All right, y'all. Bye-bye. Healthcare is affected by everything, right? You could be walking and have a stroke or have a heart attack. Now you are in the healthcare system, right? You can just all of a sudden start having mental issues and now you're in the healthcare system, right? You could be minding your business and somebody can come in and shoot you or um, hit your car or something like that. And now you are in the healthcare arena. And this is why healthcare is so important to me, because to me it matters who's at the bedside, right? So I always say to people, it doesn't matter to me that I have a nurse that say, hey, I'm a nurse or I'm a CNA, and they show up at the building, right? That doesn't show me their integrity. Their integrity, their accountability, their professionalism, it shows when the door is closed. That is how you know how true a person is to their mission of being a healthcare professional, right? Is how they treat the patients with the doors closed. And my goal is to help to educate healthcare staffing owners and also medical professionals and again hospitals on how to help medical professionals get back to that mindset of how to treat people when the door is closed.